Jen, you told Lisa multiple times that Meredith wasn't a good friend to her. Why did you think that?
All I'm seeing from Lisa is this is my best friend for 10 years. We're like sisters. I love her. And then she's just with Mary. And I'm seeing that's making her upset. And I can see that there's tension, but it's not being talked about. And Lisa's hurt, and I'm not getting this side. So I'm like, she's not being a good friend to you.
I was never hurt about Meredith's relationship with Mary. I actually,
yes, you were.
No, I was not. Meredith and I have to work through some stuff. The double standard with Meredith is I don't know how she can say, I love kindness, I want to be kind, and defend the person that's the meanest in the whole group.
You were so hurt about Meredith's relationship with Mary that you called her a piece of garbage.
No. That's not why I said it.
That her husband doesn't have a job.
Don't put words in my mouth. That's not. Don't put words in my mouth. Don't put words in my mouth.
Subtitle on the screen.
I'm leaving. What Meredith just did is so up. I have your back and I'm offended by that. You, that piece of garbage whore. I hate her. She's a whore. She's from New York.
What hurt my feelings was when she said, I'm offended, because every time I try and express my feelings, they're offensive.
Nobody had my back.
No one ever has your back. Keep saying it.
No, nobody had my back.
I've been a very good friend to you, Lisa, and it's offensive to me that you continually say that over and over.
First of all, to the best of my understanding, what triggered that tirade was us sitting at the table. You and Mary had an argument. You got upset that I didn't take your side. And you went into a rage that how could I be offended by your feelings? You're entitled to your feelings. I'm entitled to mine.
And what you've been slowly doing is pointing out situations through tonight that you feel that you have had her back, and that's why you were doing that. Is that correct?
100%.
Okay.
Lisa, I have a question for you. On casino night, when you ran into this problem with Angie, did you feel that I had your back and
I
stood
do
up for
feel like you had my back. I do.
One more question. Lisa, at Mary's luncheon, when we sat down to discuss this, and Jen was very upset, and I said, not everyone gets invited to everything. Did I have your back and support you at that lunch?
Yes, she did.
Thank you.
Go on.
The argument between you and Mary started by you calling Mary fake. And she took off on you as well, and both of you were vicious with each other. If you think I was going to get in the middle of that, you are out of your mind. That's not going to happen.
The argument started with Mary because I was defending Jenny because she was attacking Jenny.
I was defending Jenny.
I defended Jenny too.
They
don't show everything. That's how this
was not thinking those horrible things about Mary. I had your back at the table.
Okay, go on.
We all had your back at the table.
Okay, go on.
I find it incomprehensible that me expressing my feelings of being offended could be enough. There's nothing that could be enough to trigger that kind of tirade against anyone. I've never spoken that way about anybody. Nonetheless, somebody who I profess to be like sisters, family friends, friends for 10 years, ever.
It seems like a huge barrier in your friendship with Lisa was Lisa's friendship with Jen.
Well, just even starting at the Shabbat dinner that I had and... Sorry. I need another tissue, please. Memory of my father was really hard. Lisa, you really, really hurt me with that. I called you 3 days before he passed away, and I said, my father is dying. And you never called me to check on me. 2 days after he died, I called you and said he died. And then I invited you to Shabbat dinner, and all you wanted to do was attack me to make friends with Jen, which you knew was a sensitive subject at that moment.
We need to all listen to her.
You can't mistreat other people, which is what she has done for a year.
I feel like she's been mistreated
on
too.
An unwarranted vendetta against my family.
Jen's feelings and emotions stem from something.
I have not done anything to Jennifer Shaw.
I needed a moment to grieve and a friend to be there for me, and you hurt me and you let me down.
I absolutely called Meredith back, and I absolutely talked to you about it. I knew you
2 days after he died. I called you 3 days before and said he's dying.
I checked on you. I always check on you.
Meredith, my dad had passed, and she texted me and said, I hope your dad's feeling better.
No, I did not say that.
After he died?
Yeah.
the day after he had passed.
I didn't know he
I
had
know,
passed
Lisa. That's
then.
why I don't care. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
like,
it was
it's
not
just
intentional.
indicative. I mean, she may have known. Everyone else knew.
When your father passed, I did send you a text message and
a few days later,
express
but
sorrow.
I'm just saying, I understand.
And
it wasn't about
I was there
Lisa.
for her.
I understand.
I was there for you, Meredith. I was 100% there for you.
It sounds like you weren't.
No, I was.
I mean, it sounds like she doesn't feel like you were.
I'm so sorry. I'm a horrible human being, and I
About a
regret
month
it
later,
forever.
Lisa, I sent you a text. I had said to
I
you verbally
checked up on
prior
her.
to this text that I had things
Can I
going
see
on.
your message? Can I see it? Can
Yes,
I see
will
it?
show it to you in just a
Okay,
moment. If you would let me finish speaking. Thank you.
Wow.
I sent you a text and I said, if you love my family, please stand up for it. I am in immense pain, suffering daily.
What you decide is right for you, I will always respect. But I am asking for a friend. I have gone through what no one should ever. I am hurting. I love you. I'm in extreme pain and feel alone.
This was about.
And those were the things you had to say about me after that.
After I had called you, after my father had passed, when I was struggling to make arrangements for him, when I was going through a lot of stuff with my family,
those were the things you had to say about me after that.
I was there for you with your. I was there for her, for her father. In fact, I called her.
You're having a. It's not landing with her.
Okay, it is landing with me. I hear what you're saying about your dad. Listen, Andy, I'm sorry. Okay. I hear it. There's a lot coming at me. I just need a minute.
Okay.
There's too many people.
Okay.
Okay, so to address, I feel like I was there.
Okay.
I know I was there.
It sounds like it didn't land.
I know I was there for you. I know.
Let me jump ahead. In a season of jaw-dropping moments, this was at the top. You say, Meredith can go herself. I'm done with her because I'm not a whore.
I was gonna
and
read
I
it.
don't
Thank
cheat
you.
on my husband. Her and her dumb family that poses. Why don't you own a house? Well, you can't because your husband changes jobs every 5 minutes. Meredith is a piece of I have your back. I'm offended by that. You, that piece of garbage whore. I hate her. She's a whore. She's half of New York. She can go herself. So
that's a lot.
And I want to say something about it. The content is absurd. That's how you feel about me. That's fine. None of it's true, but that's okay. I don't really care about that. The venom and hatred that the delivery came with is what resonated. I couldn't even sit and watch it. I'd stop it. It took me about an hour to get through it. I was sick. Utterly sick. You wouldn't go when Jen, your good friend, was arrested with federal charges and needed a friend and called you and called you and called you. You said you didn't return her call because she yelled at you when your kids were in the car and heard the horrible things they had to say about you. How do you think my kids feel about the things you just said about me and the rest of the world?
I was packing my stuff to get out. I was talking to myself. I was like in a blind rage rant.
you said a lot.
I did.
And I don't want to make this worse, but it kind of seemed like some sort of a truth dump for you.
No,
like
it wasn't.
Do you think she's a whore?
No,
do you
I
think
do
she
not.
half
I'm
of New
glad you asked that. Do
Okay.
I think you
I have
4.2
slept
million
with
people?
fewer
No.
people than I have fingers, okay? So there you go. New York City is pretty large.
Since I'm a potster, if the shoe fits, wear it.
Wait, can I please
told
stop?
people before this even filmed.
I did not.
Exactly that.
I did not. I did not. I did not.
Hey, Meredith, you should call Sarah Jane Warner.
I have never talked about your marriage. I have never talked about you before that rant. And I'm sorry it was caught on audio. I called you right after I made a lot of comments that I feel sorry for. Are my words awful? Yes. Was I at a breaking point? Absolutely. Was I in the privacy of my room? 100%. I could not take anymore. Do I regret saying it? Yes. Am I sorry? 1,000%. Meredith, I can't say it enough how sorry I am. I am. Big picture, it took a lot to get there for me emotionally too.